All right. At this juncture, we will go through the online enrollment process and then how you are going to get paid. So I would like you to put down some few notes so you don't forget the process. Right. So we have already asked your school authorities to upload the list of all final year students who qualify for national service. The list is to enable us to generate what we call a PIN code for each and every one of you. And you are going to use the PIN code to generate your NSS number based on which will be posted for service. Okay? So the PIN code is simply a 13-alphanumeric data which you are going to use to generate the NSS number. Right. So kindly note down the address smarthub.nss.gov.gh. smarthub.nss.gov.gh. Now, the expectation is that before your school uploaded the list, you would have been given the opportunity to cross-check the spelling and arrangement of your name, your index number, your date of birth, and the course you are reading. Now, your course, index number, date of birth, everything is bad. In other words, if there is any mistake, you cannot correct it. So it's baggage in, baggage out. So those of you who have multiple date of births, please, you are only going to use the one that was submitted by your school to generate your PIN code. Okay? Right. So once the PIN codes are ready, we will announce it officially. Once you hear the announcement, you simply log on here. Then you click on check PIN code. That is your first process. Go to smarthub.nss.gov.gh and click on check PIN code. Are we on the same page? Right. Once you click on check PIN code, the system will lead you here. Now, over here, you need to link your email address. So once you input your email address, an OTP will be sent to your inbox. Then you enter it here. You do same with your phone number. So you need to link your phone number as well. Then your Ghana card number, very important. Please, for those of us who cannot differentiate between 0 and O, make sure you pay attention here. Now, if your Ghana card number contains 0, but you are typing O, the system will log you out. And after 3 attempts, you'll be logged out completely. So make sure when you are inputting your Ghana card number, you know the difference between 0 and O. It's very important. All right? Okay, so once you link it, then you now log on again to retrieve the PIN code. And this is a syntax of your PIN code. Right. Once you obtain the PIN code, the next step is for you to pay for it. Yeah, you need to pay for the PIN before you can register. Right, so you need to make the payment via MTN mobile money or ADB, okay? You can either pay through any branch of ADB or via MTN mobile money. With MTN mobile money, the steps are very simple. You dial your traditional *170 hash. You select option 2 for general payments, then option 2 again to pay bill. Now, you'll be asked to input your payment code. Please, the payment code, you type NSS, then you leave a space, then you type the PIN code. But don't worry, it's a very simple process. It will be displayed on your screen once you log on to the system. All right? But remember, you will also be asked for your reference number. Your reference number is NSS. Your reference number is NSS. That is if you want to pay via MTN mobile money. Once you complete the payment, and please, until the payment is completed, you cannot enroll. So you need to complete the payment before you can enroll. All right, so those are the options, either MTN mobile money or any branch of ADB. Now, you also need to complete your verification by taking a picture of yourself. You can either use the camera of the laptop you are using for the registration, or if you are using a mobile phone, there will be a QR code for you to scan to enable you take a picture of yourself. The system will direct you as to how you should position yourself when you are taking the picture, all right? Now, this particular picture will be used for your certificate as well as the picture that will appear on the face of your National Service Appointment letter. So please, make sure you take a standard passport picture. And as I said, the system will direct you. Make sure there is nobody behind you. We need to see only your face, okay? Yeah, so please, no shades, all right? For hijab, I'm sure you can wear them, but up to your ear level. So please take note of the specifications when you log on to register, all right? Okay. Right. So after you are done with this process, you now go online to do the registration proper. This is where you are going to fill the form for us to get you the NSS number, okay? So how do you enroll online? Very simple. The same smarthub.nss.gov.gh. This time around, you click on Register Online. Once you click on it, the form will be open for you to fill. Now, the form is just a single-page form which has been segmented into 4, okay? But once you are done completing the filling, everything will be 1 page. I will walk you through a few technical things. The rest, you should be able to do them by yourself. First of all, provide your email address on the form. Very important, okay? Now, you also need to input your GPS address. Once you input the GPS address, the system itself will populate the rest of it for you. That is the location, and then the district in which you live. It's very important you provide that information. We may also give you the opportunity to provide your residential address aside the GPS. Now, this is very important with respect to especially the ladies who may be nursing mothers, lactating, or pregnant, or single parents. This is going to play a key role in where you are posted. Okay? I will talk about that in the subsequent pages. Right. You will also be asked whether you are already employed. If you are already employed, we will post you back to your mother organization. So your national service is going to be a mere formality for you to obtain your certificate. But the definition of being employed here is that you should have worked for not less than 3 years. And you should be contributing to SNET. Okay? Right. If you are doing attachment or internship, you are not employed. So when you get to that section, you say no. But if you are employed and you want us to post you back to the same organization, you say yes. Once you say yes, the system will activate another box for you. So you select the name of the organization where you are working. Then you'll be required to upload an evidence. It can be your SNET records, your appointment letter, or pay slip. Just for us to see the evidence that indeed you are employed. All right? Now, once you access to post you back to your mother organization, the only condition here is that for every month, you are going to pay national service 10% administrative charges, not 10% of your salary. Please listen carefully. 10% of the rate of the national service allowance. We will not pay you anything, but rather you pay to us 10% administrative charges. So kindly take note of that. So on a monthly basis, an invoice will be sent to your email, then you pay through that medium. Either Ghana.gov, Ghana Pay, whichever medium you'll be asked, you can pay through that channel. Okay. Right. Then you also have to select 3 regions of your choice. There's an operative word, distinct, which means you cannot choose one region 3 times. So there's nothing like Greater Accra, Greater Accra, Greater Accra. No. So choose 3 different regions. And mostly we will consider your first choice region. Now, for those of you who are employed, please make sure your first choice region is the region in which your office is located. This is because, for instance, if you work at GRA in Greater Accra, but you choose Ashanti region as your first choice, we will post you to GRA Ashanti region. So you make sure your first choice region is the region in which your office is located. Same applies to nursing, lactating mothers, and what have you. Okay, you'll be asked on the form whether you have any health condition. The health condition, that's what I spoke about. We look at nursing or lactating mothers, pregnant, if you are pregnant, if you are a single parent, if you have any illness, we consider all those ones before we post you. And if you're a woman and you are married, we also consider that. Now, if you fall under this condition, please make sure you capture your residential address correctly. And also, don't choose a region that is different from your residential address. So what I mean is, somebody can indicate on the form that he or she is a pregnant lady. She will go ahead and indicate Greater Accra as her first choice region, but choose a residential address in Ashanti. If you do that, you'll confuse us. We don't know where to post you. Do we post you to your first choice region or your residential address? And we don't want to separate you from your husband. We want you to have ample time for your husband, so that by 3 o'clock you close from work. If you have to pick your kids from school, you do so. And whatever you need to do, you can have ample time for your family. So we don't want to post you far from your husband. We want to maintain you within your vicinity. All right? And at times, we can even go to the extent of asking you to provide an institution within your own area that will be convenient for you. So we post you there. We also look at disability. If you have any disability, it is also available on the form. It's a drop-down menu. Once you indicate yes, it will pop up the options for you to choose. Okay? So we also know where to post you appropriately. Right. Once you are done, you have to submit the form. The moment you submit the form, the system will now generate what we call the NSS number for you. And you are only identified by your NSS number. We don't use names. So your NSS number is unique to you. Once you have the NSS number, if you have any private company or organization that wants to host you for your national service, you can simply print the page and give it to them for them to write officially to us. Alternatively, they can log on to myflare.africa on board and then input your NSS number. The system automatically posts you to that place. So you don't necessarily need to bring us a letter. If the company is available, you can let them know that there's myflare.africa. They can onboard and then do the posting by themselves. They don't necessarily have to come to us. Okay, we want to minimize the paperwork. So they just onboard and then place their request there. Whether they are looking for a specific individual or it's an open request whereby they will ask that anybody at all with a particular background they want can be posted there. So it's as simple as that. Right. Once your NSS number is generated, the system automatically generates what we call a dashboard for you. Okay. The dashboard is where you are going to print your national service appointment letter as well as your monthly and annual evaluation forms, which will be used for your certification. Okay. So now, let's say you are done. That is the end of the enrollment process. So as I said, within 5 minutes, you should be done. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. Right. So how do you check your posting then, after the postings are released? So this is how you are going to check your posting. You log on to the dashboard, smarthub.nss.gov.gh. Okay. Now, once you do that, the system will ask you to input your email address. That is the email address you used when you first log on to the system. The email address that you used when you first log on to the system. Okay, the system automatically created an account for you. So you use the same email. Once you input the email, an OTP will be sent to your inbox. You fetch the OTP, enter it here to validate it. Then you change your password. Anytime you are going to log into your password for your dashboard for the first time, the system will require you to change your password. Okay, so kindly take note of that. Right, so once you are done, the system will take you to your dashboard and you see your posting on the dashboard. So this is someone posted to the headquarters of the National Service Authority. Now, once you log onto your dashboard, your interest is what? To print your posting letter. You have to print the posting letter. Once you print the posting letter, on the dashboard, you click on print posting letter. I don't know if you can see that. I think it's a bit faint. So print posting letter. Once you click on it, the system will lead you here. You print. After printing the appointment letter or the posting letter, your first point of call is the place where you have been posted. So let's assume you have been posted to, let's say, Bank of Ghana, right? So you print the letter and proceed to the Bank of Ghana for whoever is responsible for national service persons to endorse your letter. The endorsement must come with the signature of the officer as well as the stamp. Okay? Once that is done, please log on to the dashboard again and book an appointment. We don't want a situation whereby all of you will come to the center. For Greater Accra, we have about 6 registration centers. Okay, depending on where you are posted, the system will give you an appointment center where you are supposed to go for validation or registration of your posting. So kindly take note of the process. Right. So once you click on book appointment, you have to select the date that is convenient for you. Select a date that is convenient for you. Now, when you click on a particular date or you select a particular date and you don't see time slots appear, it simply means that there is no available slot for that day. It doesn't mean your dashboard is not working. No. It means the day is fully booked. Therefore, you must change the date. It's as simple as that. Now, once you choose the date and you see these time slots appear, you see, it means that you can choose a date and time that is convenient for you. If for any reason you choose a particular date and later on you realize that you have an emergency, you can equally go back to the dashboard and reschedule the appointment. So it's very flexible. Are we on the same page? Okay. Right. So once you do that, the system will generate a receipt for you. The receipt will give you the GPS address of the place where you are going. So for instance, if you are posted to University of Ghana, you'll be having your registration at the premises of Legon Presec. If you are posted to all the way from Shai Osudoku, okay, Shai Osudoku, Gan East area, Adenta, you have your center here. So depending on where you are posted, once you book the appointment, the system itself will give you the GPS address of the place where you are supposed to go for the registration. Please, don't just follow your friend. Read the content of the receipt before you proceed. It's very important, right? Okay. Now let's look at how we are going to get paid. So your letters will come in 3 forms. You have the subvented category, non-subvented category, and then the employed category. If you are posted to the subvented category, this is how your dashboard is going to look like. And the medium through which we are going to pay you is Ghana Pay. All right? And fortunately for you, we have our partners here, Absa Bank, okay, whom we have taken through our processes. So we will advise that you register with them. So if you have any challenge, they can easily resolve it for you. All right? Okay, so once you print your letter and endorsement is done and you book your appointment, you proceed to the center and validate your posting. Once that is done and you are posted to the subvented category, as you can see from this sampled letter, when you look at the top, you see subvented category, NSP to be paid by NSS. It means that you have to get yourself the Ghana Pay number. Right. So once you validate, you will now be asked to input your Ghana Pay wallet number. Please, you will make sure you will use your own Ghana card to register that particular phone number. The Ghana Pay number is just your normal phone number. It's just like mobile money. But make sure that number is linked to your own Ghana card. Don't use a phone number that is registered in your mother or your father or your brother or sister's name. If you do that, you cannot be paid. There will be a mismatch of records. So when that happens, what the system will do is that we will look at the name on the Ghana card as against the name on your national service appointment letter. If it doesn't match, you cannot be paid. You know the issues we are battling with already. So we don't want to entertain anything. So make sure you are going to use a Ghana Pay wallet number that is registered with your Ghana card. I repeat, a Ghana Pay number that is registered with your Ghana card. That is what we expect you to put here. All right. So after you are done, the regional office or your registration centers will give you 3 copies of the appointment letter. You are to keep the original letter, submit 1 photocopy to your district office, and also give 1 of the photocopies to the organization where you have been posted. So keep a copy, give your user agency 1 copy, and then send 1 copy to your district office where you have been posted. Very important. Right. Once that is done, latest by the 12th of every month, a form called Monthly Duty Report form will appear on your dashboard. You are to print that particular form, give it to your head of department or immediate supervisor to fill the form for you. Once he or she is done, please return the form to your NSA district office for them to capture it. If the form is not captured on the system, you cannot be paid. So you are going to do this religiously on a monthly basis. Now, the form will appear on the 12th, but you can only submit the form from the 15th of the month. Between 15th and 20th, the form should be at your district office. Now, I told you that you are at liberty to choose the date and time that is convenient for you to come for the validation of your posting. But watch this. We will also pay you subject to the date you validated your posting. So if you register beyond 15th of any month, it means you don't qualify to be paid allowance for that month. So let me explain further. For instance, service begins 1st October 2025, and you registered on the 16th of October. It means you don't qualify to be paid October allowance. Rather, you have registered against the ensuing month, which is November. So this is how we calculate our month. From the 1st of the month to the 15th is the end. So 16th of a month, of a particular month, is the first working day of the coming or the ensuing month. So apart from the first month, the rest of the month you are going to have your 30 or 31 working days. So please take note of the date. Don't register beyond 15th of the month. Other than that, you don't qualify to be paid. It's as simple as that. All right. So please, once you send the form to your district office, you make sure you log on to your dashboard to check whether indeed your form has been captured. So you simply will have to click on your alawa. If you click on your alawa, you should see the name of your supervisor, the reporting month, the number of days you were present at work. If you don't see that information there, it means the form has not been captured. We are doing this because we don't want a situation whereby you submit your form, but your district manager may refuse to capture it. So you quickly draw his or her attention so that the form will be captured for you. Because you sending the form is not enough. You have to also check, after 3 days, check on the system to see whether the form has indeed been captured or not. Other than that, I'm sorry, you cannot be paid. Now, with the Ghana Pay wallet number, they have what they call KYC. And that is why I'm advising that you register with ABSA, because we have gone through the system with them. So when you register, we will advise that you ask them to increase what we call your KYC to level 2 or 3. This is because you can have level 1, which may be about 2,000 cedis. And let's say you already have some money on your wallet. Now, if you have about 1,000 or 2,000 on your wallet, and we are supposed to pay you an allowance for a particular month, because your KYC is 2,000 and you already have 2,000 on your account, your payment will not go through. So please take note of that. So when they do the wallet for you, tell them to increase your KYC to either level 2 or level 3, so that your daily transaction can be increased to about 3,000 to 5,000 to 30,000. Okay, so that in case you have money on the wallet already, you will not have a problem when payment is effected. Now, for those of us who will be posted to the non-subvented category, this means we've been posted to the private sector. Therefore, we are not going to pay you any allowance. Hence, you will not be going through this process. So you will not be printing the form on a monthly basis. No, rather, your organization will pay you your monthly allowance. They can decide to pay you more than the rate of the allowance. That is cool. But they will have to pay National Service Authority 20% administrative charges. Therefore, if you are bringing any letter from any private company that is not abreast with this arrangement, then please let them know that they are going to pay you and also pay National Service 20% admin charges. Other than that, there will be a problem. Because if they fail to pay you, then we may have to take you from that place. Same applies to the 20% administrative charges. They will have to pay that to us. And as I said, if you are posted to the last category, which is the employed category, that one too, you will not be going through this monthly process of submitting your monthly form. Rather, you will be paying to us 10% administrative charges calculated on the rate of the National Service Allowance. I hope you are on the same page. Right. So your dashboard has a feed, like you'll be updated with daily news from NSS. The moment you log on to your dashboard, if there is any news, we have to let you know. It will be available on your dashboard. We are also on WhatsApp. And then we have a WhatsApp community. You can also join to get updates. But most importantly, when you log on to the dashboard, we have a feed there for you as well. So at this juncture, let me invite Absa Bank for them to speak with you for just 5 minutes. Afterwards, we take your questions.